just got today another community update from Larian Studios. Now, I cannot express how much work Larian Studios really puts in. They do really communicate with us, and they give us, constant communication about what they're planning, things that they don't think they've done good enough. And the game's been out for about a month now, and they have been working still around the clock trying to fix. They just released a patch recently, patch 1, which did over 1,000 bugs. Now, to me, that's huge, and they're not slowing down because we've just got this update, like I said. So community update 24, and this one is all about looking to the future. So as we can see here, we're going to talk about this here. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a moment to focus on a conversation some of you have been having in the background. Many of the points that come out of this conversation are being funneled into the umbrella term of cut content. So we thought it would be helpful to give you some clarity about that as we think about the future of Baldur's Gate 3. Now, the reason why they're talking about this cut content is a lot of the people in the community are saying that there was stuff that's been data mined, and there's a lot of endings that were cut, and it's been removed out of the game for one reason or the other. But they went here to clarify that. They went through many different threads and reviews with our community teams, and we think we've managed to truncate the discussion about cut content, Act 3, into 3 topics: performance, bugs, and the user experience. So they say here, performance-wise, the city of Baldur's Gate itself is ambitious, technically, narratively, and in scope. One of the biggest issues with creating games is that technology is always trying to keep up with your ambition. And here, we've been hit pretty hard by some setbacks. We know that Act 3's performance isn't as good as the first 2 acts, but the good news is that Patch 2 is bringing major performance improvements to the entire game, but more specifically to Act 3, where you will feel it the most. We'll also be working throughout September to improve performance in Act 3 further, with new technology that's been taking a bit longer to release than we expected. And then the next topic is bugs. We've seen your reports about Act 3, and we are as frustrated as you are by bugs spoiling the experience. So we are dedicated to solving these quickly, and as you've noticed by our hotfix and patch rollout, we're getting pretty fast. Our approach is that whenever blockers pop up, we either release a hotfix if a patch is not imminent, or we include the fix as part of a patch if the patch is imminent with patch 1. Your experience should already be a lot better with the patch that just rolled out, with most of the big issues solved by at least a workaround. Patch 2, though, looks to further eliminate some of the more major issues, including those found in Act 3. Some things that are currently being associated with the cut content, actually things like companion reactions to events in the world that didn't trigger. So what they're saying is these are being solved. Where there seems to be loose ends, we're tying them up. So I'm not going to do any spoilers, but what they're referring to here is what the community are saying about the ending of the game. It kind of just feels like a little bit hollow, and some of the things you would expect your companions to be talking about, they don't. And the reason why they're saying is because these are bugs, so they're not reacting because it hasn't triggered. So hopefully with patch 2, when that rolls out, we'll be able to get these reactions triggering, which is so good. And yeah, so we've got the user experience here, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this here. The second is about the epilogue. What's been data mined is not really cut content, but content that we didn't want to release because we didn't think it worked. We're pretty strict with ourselves and our ideas. If it isn't good, if it isn't fun to play, if it doesn't make it into the game, one of the reasons why we trimmed the epilogue is because we were afraid the ending cinematics were becoming too long and it would detract from the epicness of the experience. But clearly not everyone agrees with us. So we're going to do something about it. But this is what I'm saying about Larian Studios. They made their choice. They released the game how they wanted to, but seeing how the community has, you know, said, where's the long cutscenes, where's the long epilogues? They're doing something about it. So they've started to expand the epilogues, and you'll see the first results of that in patch 2. With the addition of a new optional ending with Karlach. It's fiery, poignant, and gives her the ending she deserves. The third is about things we actually didn't plan for, and those we once considered but ultimately didn't do. So this is where they're talking about the upper city in Baldur's Gate. Basically, it was they're saying that we feel confident that there was enough content in Baldur's Gate 3 and the city itself because of how long the game is. So I'm assuming that basically they didn't want to just keep the game dragging on and on and on, because there's so many different side quests, so many different missions, so many different main story missions, companion missions, you know, people that you just meet and do stuff for them. Again, I don't want to do any spoilers because that's not what this is about. So I guess they decided to end somewhere, right? So that's what they decided ultimately. But yeah, they're happy that Baldur's Gate 3 has resonated with so many of us, and they'll never take that for granted, and they're committed to tying up loose ends, fixing bugs, and of course improving things where they could and should be improved. So what can you expect from us in the future? First off, we'll keep on monitoring what bugs you encounter, and we'll make sure to patch them as fast as we can. Second of all, we'll start making improvements based on feedback you're giving us. Baldur's Gate 3 means so much to a great deal of you, and in turn that means the world to us. We love this game and we're not done with it yet. We welcome your feedback, your threads, and also your words of encouragement. Now they're going to be releasing Wither's Wardrobe of Wayward Friends. This is going to launch very soon, and this is an example of us integrating your feedback. What this feature does, it allows you to get rid of co-op party members who join your campaign, so you can continue on without them. We're also working on the ability to change your character's look once you've started a campaign. Though we don't have a release date for that yet, there will be more, and you can expect us to come with modding support at some point along the future too. So basically, I haven't done any co-op, but from what I've been reading, so say you joined in with me on a co-op campaign. When you go offline, if I want to carry on playing, I believe your character just stays there, but you know, it doesn't do anything. So you can basically just put them away, lock them away while they're offline, and you can carry on playing. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to bring this news to the channel and to the community. Obviously, I'm still enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. I'm on my second playthrough. I played through the game once already, done an Evil Dark Urge playthrough, fully finished the game, and I have seen lots of all the concerns that have been cropping up. I have seen those, and I do agree with those. So it's lovely to see that when I do eventually get to the ending of the game again on this playthrough, that most of those problems should be eliminated. So yeah, anyway, I hope you're still enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. If you're playing it, let me know, leave me a comment down below. How many playthroughs have you done? Have you completed the game yet? Where are you at? And anyway, hope to see you soon. Take care, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.